Title: The Boy Who Stole to Survive. Every morning, Jamal slipped through the school gates with eyes low and a hoodie pulled over his head. He was only 10 years old, but his presence carried the weariness of someone much older. He had a reputation. He stole food from the cafeteria, money from unattended backpacks, talked back to teachers, ran through the hallways like they were a maze he couldn't escape. To the other kids, he was just a bad kid. To the teachers, he was a problem no one wanted to deal with. But nobody saw the bruises under his sleeves. Nobody saw the way he flinched when someone raised their voice, or how his eyes darted around the room like danger was always coming. At home, Jamal's world was far worse than the trouble he caused in school. His mom, Latoya, was bedridden with late-stage lupus, her medicine bottles scattered on the nightstand beside her. Most days she was too weak to talk, much less cook or clean. Jamal took care of her best he could, feeding her, changing her sheets, wiping her tears. His father, if you could even call him that, was a mean drunk. When he wasn't at work or passed out, he was yelling, hitting, blaming Jamal for everything wrong in the house. Jamal learned fast. Silence kept you safe and stealing kept you alive. Then came the day his luck ran out. His principal, Mr. Carson, had had enough. After finding a teacher's purse rifled through and Jamal's backpack stuffed with granola bars and crumpled dollar bills, he scheduled a parent-teacher conference. Jamal's heart dropped when his dad agreed to come. That afternoon, Mr. Carson waited in the school office as Jamal's father stumbled through the door. The stench of alcohol hit before the man even spoke. His speech was slurred, his shirt half-tucked, trying too hard to play sober. "Jamal's a good boy," his father grinned through yellow teeth. "Boys will be boys," but Mr. Carson wasn't buying it. The smell, the bruises he'd glimpsed on Jamal's arm earlier that week. The trembling in the boy's hands, something wasn't right. After the meeting ended, Mr. Carson made a quiet call to Child Protective Services. The next day, CPS arrived at Jamal's home and found what Mr. Carson feared. Jamal lay on the floor next to his mother, his arms wrapped protectively around her frail body. His lip was swollen, his back black and blue. The house smelled of mildew and desperation. Jamal's father was arrested on the spot for child abuse and endangerment. Latoya, though barely able to move, sobbed with relief. But the story didn't end there. Mr. Carson couldn't shake what he'd seen. He visited their small apartment after the authorities left and sat at Latoya's bedside, tears in his eyes. He apologized for never asking sooner. Then he did something most principals wouldn't. He took action. Mr. Carson launched a GoFundMe campaign that night with the title, "Help Jamal and His Mother Start Over." He poured his heart into the post, sharing Jamal's story, the abuse, the bravery of a little boy who never stopped protecting his mother.